everybody, welcome back to the Damn Bar for another Big B beer review. And today we got us a unique one. So unique, yeah. That it's not really been looking forward to this one. You know what I'm saying? I got Bud Light. The one, the only, the infamous Bud Light. Known for across the world for being one of the, yeah, I guess if you ain't got nothing nice to say, you shouldn't say nothing at all. And it's a nice, dreary, rainy day out today, so why not have us a Bud Light. Those of you that know me know that I'm not a big fan of light beers, but I'm not going to turn down any beer, so. And I've realized, going through my list, that I have not yet done a review on Bud Light. Always brewed using the choicest hops, best barley malt and rice. Bud Light. So many stories that come with that. Most of them not good. 4.2%. Bud Light, I mean, if you haven't heard of it, then you've been born on another planet. So, I mean, there's nothing to it but to do it. I am a fan and a lover of all beers. You know? And I'll try to find the best thing I can out of all the beers and everything I ever try. So, I'll give it a, honesty opinion here. There's not a whole lot there. It's not even like, it's different even from regular Budweiser, which we'll do another, we'll do a review on that one in the future. I mean, it's just not really like a pungent. It's not like a strong aroma. So. Of course, it's always beautiful. All beers are beautiful. Tell you what. I mean, look at that. Kind of like, it's like Budweiser. They're trying to look like a Pilsner. It's what they modeled a lot of the American lagers were based after. Miller, Coors, Budweiser, all that stuff. Beautiful beer. Nice and clear. Head doesn't last long, It's real, spread out and, and as you can see, it's like literally as I'm watching it just dissipating. So, everybody knows Anheuser-Busch and all that, and, I'll get into the history of that when I actually do Budweiser. I might look in, but right now we're drinking Bud Light, so. And trust me, if it's free and it's the only thing there's to drink, I'm going to drink it all the time. So on Untapped even, if y'all have been watching my channel and you've noticed, most of the Untapped beers and everything I drink is always in the 3 range. Well, we have found a beer on Untapped that's not in the 3-point range. It's actually 2.32. That's bad for Untapped, because everything's 3, and I usually go by what's after that 3 point, whatever. And if it's in the 4s, it's going to be damn good. And I've never seen anything that's a 5, unless there's like one guy that voted on it and he gave it a 5. But for the most of the big beers that you find on Untapped, if you find one that's in a 5 and it's got over 1,000 reviews on it, please comment if you're watching this no matter how many years later this might be that you see this, comment and send me a message and tell me which beer it is. If it's got thousands of reviews on Untappd and it's still and it's 5%, I want to know what beer that is. Seriously. Just like with Untappd, even as horrible as it gets, you never see anything in the 1% range, unless it's got like 2 or 3 votes on it. And so that's pretty bad. 2.32 for Untappd is that's one of the lowest scores I've really ever seen. Beer Advocate gives it a 47 out of 100. That's awful. And it even says it on the website. Awful. So, but it's beer. Come on, it's beer. Can't be that bad. Yep. Yeah, it is. Nah, I'm just joking. It's not like horrible. It's not the worst. It's light. It's like the piss water of beer. It's what gave American beer a bad name. They created this crap. All the light beer. Like, America said, oh man, we're getting so fat. And when they started doing this, way back then, it wasn't about the supersized menus and large fries and all that crap. It was beer making everybody fat, so they started coming out with all these light beers. Every one of them. Miller Coors, all that. And we'll do reviews on all of them, sadly, too. So, but it was the phase, and they went through it, and it's a big hit. It's cheap, but it's not bad. Especially the more you drink, the more you're going to like it. The thing is that this is an easy drinking beer. It's easy to drink. There's nothing offensive about it, It's not really like pungent, offensive. There's not nothing strong here. It's so bland that it's nothing special. There's nothing special there because it's just so bland, It's, the head's gone. I mean, there's not really like anything that makes me go, that's so yummy. And honestly, I mean, everybody's had Bud Light. If you're watching this video and you're a beer lover, chances are you've had a Bud Light. I'm not saying that you did, guarantee, but who knows? It's the perfect party beer because usually, it used to be really cheap. Now you can get all these other, like Natty Ice and all those for cheaper. And we'll do reviews on those too in the future. So, yeah, Bud Light, y'all. It's so bland. It's whatever you would eat when you're drinking water. You can pair with this beer. It's water, it's light stuff, salads, hot dogs, steaks. And finally, last but not least, the Big B beer review grade. Oof, I can't be too harsh on it. It's a popular beer. It's one of the most top-selling beers in the country. Well, not as much as it used to be. I'm going to give it, not an F, but a D-. I think that's being kind of nice too. I mean, looking back at my notes, yeah. I still think it's being nice because it's just so bland to me. It's just so bland. There's nothing there. It's the perfect party beer if you got to buy a bunch of it and you got to drink a bunch of it and you're gonna be drinking all night, and then this is your go-to beer for that. But if you're wanting to sit down to a nice meal and a good beer, this is not the beer. Unless you're a big fan of it. If you are, there's nothing wrong with that. Till next time, y'all. Salute.